Hey, we're going to get started real quick. We're going to talk about hands. Can you lend me a hand and lend me your ear? And we will get started with phrasal verbs with the word hand. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition of English Makes No Sense, the podcast where we have fun with the English language, one lesson at a time. My name is Essa Rockfish. I'm your happy host, and I'm coming to you from the great state of Wisconsin. And today we are going to do a lesson about confusing phrasal verbs that have the word hand in them. Hand, yeah, hand. Why hand? Great question, friends. I got to thinking while hanging out with my husband, I made an offhanded remark. And he said, wow, that's an offhanded remark. And you may be thinking, what does offhanded mean? Offhanded means you say something without thinking. You do something without thinking. So it was an offhanded remark. Oh, okay. Then I was like, where did that come from? And then I started to think about other sayings with the word hand in them. So here we go. We are going to talk about 6 very handy phrasal verbs. See what I did there? Yeah, that's right. We're going to go into phrasal verbs with the word hand in them. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see I have some extra hands. We're going to explore the meanings, how to use them, and go over some examples so you, my friend, can sound more natural and confident in English. So, are you ready to give me a hand? Let's go. Our first phrasal verb is hand in. Hand in. Yeah, hand in means to submit something, usually a task or an assignment. Like you could hand in your resignation. You see it on the movies. Oh, she's going to hand in her resignation. She's going to submit her resignation. Oh, no. Or teachers will say, make sure you hand in your homework by 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's another example. Please hand in your essays by Friday. This means please give your essays to the teacher or the professor by Friday. Submit them. Hand them in. You can hand in homework, paperwork, keys, or even your resignation. All right, phrasal verb number 2, hand out. We put our hand in, and now we're putting our hand out. We do the hokey pokey. No, it's not the hokey pokey. Hand out means to distribute or give something to each person in a group. I'm going to hand out the test right now. I'm going to give each person in the class a test. Oh, okay. Or we could say the teacher handed out the papers at the end of the class. Did you forget yours? The teacher distributed them at the end of the class. Or the teacher handed out the test papers. This means the teacher gave each student a copy of the test. You might hand out flyers, samples, candy, or programs at an event. Hand out, to distribute. All right. After we hand in, we hand out. Now we're going to hand over. Hand over, like hand over hand, Sarah? No, not like hand over hand. Hand over. Similar to hand in, but hand over means to give control or possession of something to someone else, willingly or unwillingly. What? For example, the robber demanded that the cashier hand over the money. Oh, yeah, they're asking for control. You could hand over your finances to someone, maybe an accountant. You could hand over control of the team's responsibilities to someone else. The manager handed control over to somebody else. hand over, to give control or possession of something to someone else willingly or unwillingly. Let's see. What can you hand over? Documents. The IRS is like, hey, hand over your documents. Responsibilities, power, or even your phone if you're a kid in school and you're not supposed to have your phone and the teacher says, all right, hand over the phone. You're giving your phone, you're giving control or possession of your phone to the teacher. Oh, hand over. Oh, so many uses. Our next phrasal verb is hand down. Hand down. Yeah, this has count them, two meanings. So let's break them down. Excuse me. The first meaning, to pass something from one generation to the next, like traditions, stories, or even objects. Here's an example. This recipe has been handed down through my family for generations. Oh, my grandmother gave it to my mother, who gave it to me, and I will give it to my daughter. We're going to hand down the recipe. Okay? Or the second meaning, excuse me again, in a legal context, it means to officially give a decision or a judgment. Oh, you've seen the crime shows. The judge will hand down the verdict next week. Oh, the judge will announce or deliver the decision soon. Okay, to give a decision or a judgment. Oh, the judge handed down his ruling. The judge gave the official ruling or decision. Got it. Hand down. Now, there's also hands down. Hands down, you are the most amazing person in the world. No questions asked. Hands down. Can't dispute it. Hands down. But that's hands, not hand. Got it? Whew, so much with the hands. All right, let's try hand back. Hand back. Yeah, hand back. Not like the back of your hand. No, my friends. Hand back means to return something to its owners. Oh, here's an example. The librarian handed back my ID card. The librarian gave my ID back to me. I got pulled over for speeding, and the police officer handed back my driver's license after he checked if it was legit. Oh, you can hand back anything you've borrowed. Books, pens, money, or someone's phone. Oh, the phone again. Got it. All right. Phrasal verb number 6. Hand off. Hand off. Yeah, hand off. I'm not telling you to leave something alone. Like, don't touch it. No. Hand off means to pass something to someone else, often to delegate or transfer a task or responsibility. For example, she handed off the project to her colleague. Bill handed off the responsibilities to Jane. Got it? To give responsibility or a task to someone else. As a mother, I like to hand off the chores to my kids. Oh, okay. So if someone handed off the project to a colleague, that means they gave the responsibility to someone else. This hand off is also used in sports. In American football, one player might hand off the ball to another. The quarterback hands off the ball and to the runner, and the runner takes responsibility for it and advances it. What? I know, so many uses for hand off. Okay, quick review time, my friends. Let's go over what we learned today. Are you ready? Hand in, to submit something. Hand out, to distribute, to give something to a group. Hand over, to give control or possession. Like you're going to hand over your keys to your car. Hand down, to pass through generations, or to deliver a legal judgment. So think of this. You're in this generation, you pass it down to the next generation. You're handing it down. A tradition, a recipe, a story. And the judges always sit up high at their desk. So hand down a verdict, a legal judgment. Oh, okay. Hope you have the visuals. Hand back, to return something. Hand off, to pass or delegate a task. I don't want to do it. I'm going to hand it off to somebody else. Okay? Whew. My, that's a lot of handy knowledge right there. Can you handle it? See? English might not always make sense, but with practice, I hope it does. All right, friends. Thank you for giving me a hand with today's lesson. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to share it with a friend, a classmate, or anyone who's ever had trouble with phrasal verbs. If you give somebody a hand, you can give them a round of applause, or you could be giving them help. So thank you for giving me a hand. And next week, we will have some more idioms with the word hand. We did phrasal verbs today. Next week, we're going to do idioms. All right. Don't forget to follow the podcast and leave a review if you can. It helps more English learners find us. And remember, keep practicing, keep smiling, and above all, keep having fun with English. The more you do, the better it gets and the easier it becomes. All right? Until next time, my friends, do something fun, do something amazing, or, do nothing at all. But whatever you do, have a great day, friends. Peace. You're still here? Okay, go on. Have a great day. I got to hand it to you. I'm so happy you're still here, but we got to go. We'll talk more about hands next week. Peace, friends.